Donald Trump at his rally in Iowa trumpets his growing lead in polls and calls Washington politicians impotent. Meanwhile, Guatemala's Supreme Court approves a bid to impeach the president over corruption scandal, passing the decision onto the country's Congress to decide. Nunez will tell us why.
In Guatemala, the Guatemalan Supreme Court on Tuesday approved a request by the Attorney General to impeach President Otto Perez over his involvement in a racket to siphon customs revenue from the government and passed the matter to Congress for approval. A number of corruption investigations have devastated Perez's cabinet and led to the resignation in May of Vice President Roxana Baldetti. On Sunday, Perez angrily dismissed corruption allegations that have been leveled against him by prosecutors, and he adamantly said he would not resign despite mounting pressure on the government and calls for his impeachment as the presidential election looms. Guatemala's Attorney General and a United Nations-backed anti-corruption body known as the CICIG sought to impeach Perez on Friday after months of investigation into the alleged racket known as La Línea, or the line. The Supreme Court has handed the Congress the power to impeach Perez. In America, Republican frontrunner Donald Trump touted his growing lead in the polls at an election rally in Iowa on Tuesday and launched a scathing critique of politics in Washington, calling most politicians impotent. Speaking to a large crowd in Dubuque, Trump cited a Gravis poll released Tuesday that puts him nearly 30 points ahead of his nearest rival nationally. A Reuters IPSOS poll released on Tuesday also showed that Republican Jeb Bush's support is slipping in the race for the party's presidential nomination, and that Trump has opened a 20-point lead over his closest rivals. Trump has attacked his rivals for being career politicians in the pocket of special interest, and today continued to pillory Washington politicians as impotent. The Reuters IPSOS poll shows that Trump's support has remained largely unchanged over the last week at about 30%, well ahead of the 17 strong pack seeking to represent the Republican Party in the November 2016 presidential elections. And Nunez reporting for Y News.